I'll never find the words, my love, to tell you how I feel, my love. Many words cannot explain.
Hi there, we're the Tanners, Jasper and Wanda, and we've been married 41 years.
We have 2 children, Justin, who's 36, who lives temporarily in Washington, D.C., and Kristen, who's 33, she lives here in Atlanta. We really started out as adversaries. We argued a lot, and any position that I would take, he would take the opposite position. And I think that was just his way of getting my attention.
Yeah, it was. It was.
He sent me a birthday card from a secret admirer that was not signed, and I had to try to figure out who sent it. And I'm not sure how I found out, but I was very disappointed when I found out it was him.
That's true. But deep down inside, it touched her. And so that actually began the relationship because after she received the card and we began talking, and it was less sparring, but more, okay, all right, that was interesting. So, all right, so I'll listen to you. What else you got to say? So that kind of led into us really starting a relationship.
Well, actually, it started as a friendship.
Yeah.
And we were friends probably 6 or 8 months before it evolved into something else.
I mean, she was, as I tell her, and I've told many others, she was very sexy, very attractive. And then when we got to sparring, I really saw how smart she was. And so it was a perfect combination of brains and beauty, and I said, okay, I got to get to know her. So.
Well, it was not until after we had become friends, and I think that has a lot to do with the longevity of our marriage, because we still are each other's best friends.
I would jokingly say my wife is always right, even when she's wrong. And what that means to me, though, is I always want her to feel good. I always want her to be happy. And so we have done things over the years to create and to keep that happiness in our relationship. We not only do things that couples and married folks do in terms of going out and traveling and eating and partying and so forth, but we also laugh a lot. None of us got there or get where we're going or can't get there on our own. And so if you try to seek wise counsel and someone who's walked that path or been down that road, be it elderly people or be it someone you respect or someone who's been over that hump with before, I think it's very important. And we've leaned on others in the past as well when it comes to big times and big hurdles in our lives, and I think it's very important. Would you agree?
The advice that I would have is that to remember that marriage is a commitment. When you said your vow, you didn't say, I will love this person until I get mad and decide I don't want to be here anymore. So commitments take work, and you really don't have the option to walk out of a marriage until you've done everything that you possibly could to make it work. I would also say that communication is very, very important.
I totally agree, and I think communication is critical because when we first got married, we promised that we would never go to sleep angry or upset. So in order to do that, preserve that, you had to talk. You had to figure it out somehow.
There was a time when I would say I would absolutely not encourage anybody to do that. However, I've known people who have gotten married after dating online. I think you have to do it responsibly. I think you need to really get to know the person, and as soon as possible to meet them in person, and in a safe environment where other people are around, so that if there's anything clandestine going on, you have somebody who can rescue you.
You really got to get to know them and give it some time, be patient, because everything you need to know may not be readily apparent.
And one other thing, we've been married 40 years. Times are so much different than they were 40 years ago. People are so different than they were 40 years ago. It would never have occurred to me to have a criminal background check done on Jasper. It's just scary, not having a lot more in-depth knowledge of a person before you enter into a relationship. Life happens, people get divorced, people die, some people are widowed, some relationships just don't work out. We've had friends who've been in relationships for long periods of time but never got married. And one of our friends who had been in relationships for a long period of time just recently got married at 62 years old.
Right. One of the things that I failed to mention that Wanda knows so well, and those of you who know Wanda, she knew what she wanted in life, and she was working toward that. And what I saw in her, and what we try to instill have instilled in our daughter, is to be strong, to be independent, to love your man, to seek that companionship, but don't let that thirst take over your life.
He takes a nap. We have dinner at about 7 o'clock. He takes a nap from
Watching TV.
8 o'clock.
Watching the
TV's
game.
watching him. Around 8 o'clock, he sleeps till midnight.
She is so far off.
That's true.
She's
And then, of course, at midnight,
this is
I'm ready to go to
exaggeration.
bed. So I said, you need to get up, put your pajamas on, and get in bed. He gets up, puts his pajamas on. As soon as he gets in bed, did I tell you about what Hattie told me this afternoon? No, it's midnight. He slept 4 hours. I'm trying to go to sleep. He's ready to have a conversation. And this is every night. And I said, don't talk to me. And he keeps right on talking. He keeps right on talking.
But she exaggerated on the length of the nap.
Oh, no, I didn't.
So if there's anything going on important, a game on,
the game is watching
important
him.
game or whatever,
The game is
an
watching
important
him.
news development, I'm watching
The news
something
development
very
is
important.
watching him.
And
the debates are
so
watching him.
I may snooze a little bit during that telecast. You do your very best, and that has played out in our professional lives and so forth. And she's a firm believer in that, and she will many times say, "You done all you can do. You can't do anymore."
I don't know that it's necessarily what he taught me about me, but he has shown me what it means to be totally selfless. I wish I had that ability to be as concerned about the welfare of everybody else as I am about myself. So I need to learn how to be more giving. I think I am a giving person, but he takes it to the nth degree.
The source of all the things that we talked about in terms of why we're together, how we stayed together, and how we made it through. I don't know if we made it as clear or not, but our anchor, has been the glue through all of this. When we have faced trials and tribulations, we talked about communication. Before we talk, we seek his guidance and his understanding and his direction. We have been on our knees a lot over the last 41 years, and we look for every opportunity to do that. And anyone seeking to get married together, stay together for a long period of time, that's the glue that will never fail. So again, I'm Jasper, and this is Wanda. We're the Tanners.
And we've been married for 41 years. Grown folks enlightened. You talk too long. That's another 2 hours. Okay, Jasper. So tell us, what fraternity you belong to?
Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
Or whatever y'all do. What y'all do?